Hi, this is Prasang from PGPM 2527 batch of IIM Trichy. Today we will be discussing about unemployment in India. Imagine an economy that is growing rapidly, GDP is rising, industries are expanding, but people are still struggling to find jobs. This is a paradox of jobless growth in India, and it is one of the most important economic challenges we face today. At a broad level, jobless growth refers to a situation where the economy grows but employment does not grow at the same pace. India has been one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. However, employment generation has lagged behind, especially for the youth. A large number of graduates enter the workforce every year, but majority remain unemployed or underemployed. This creates a disconnect between economic growth and inclusive development. The issue is critical because India has a demographic advantage, a young and growing workforce. If the workforce is not productively employed, it leads to wasted human potential, increase in income inequality, can result in social and economic instability. In simple terms, growth without jobs is not sustainable. For a country like India, growth must be inclusive and employment generating. Historically, India's growth pattern has been different from the countries like China. China focuses heavily on manufacturing and labor intensive industries, which created large scale employment. In contrast, India's growth has been more service driven, which tends to generate fewer jobs relative to output. Economic reforms in 1991 accelerated growth, but job creation did not pace. To address jobless growth, a multi pronged approach is needed. We have to boost manufacturing, promote labor intensive sectors such as textile, electronics, and MSMEs. These sectors absorb both skilled and unskilled workforce. Skill development for to align education with industry needs to improve employability, support startup and entrepreneurship, encourage job creators, not just the job seekers. Also need to reform the labor laws such that it is easier for firms to hire and ensure worker protection at the same time. In short term, focusing on skill development and MSME support, and in the medium term, we can focus on expansion of manufacturing and infrastructure, which can generate large scale jobs. In the long term, structural transformation towards balanced economy is essential. However, there are multiple challenges to implement these. First is the skill mismatch between education and industry. Second is the regulatory and policy implementation delays, limited private sector involvement in labor intensive or manufacturing sectors, technological automation such as in the age of AI, which is automating most of the traditional jobs. To conclude, jobless growth is not just an economic issue, it is a development challenge. For India to fully realize its potential growth, it must translate into a meaningful and employment opportunities, because ultimately an economy grows not just when numbers rise but when people's life improve.